Since all the money has been spent on COVID, there's approximately over $400 billion missing, which is extremely concerning to most Americans. Here we have the GAO estimates that the total fraud in pandemic UI programs amounts to at least $60 billion. Just a brief question for you, Mr. Turner. Were there any states that seemed to be particularly vulnerable to fraud and improper payments in their UI programs?
We saw across the country, most states exhibit the same problems and challenges. Didn't really see, so all of them I felt were vulnerable, and there was vulnerability that was displayed.
What type of problems were there?
Again, the multi-state claims with stolen identities was the number one problem, just multi-claims and people filing for numerous people, to include deceased individuals, prisoners, suspicious email, multi-states.
And has that been chasing down those basically criminals? Has that been something that your department has been putting a lot of time to?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, from day one, and we've only just been able to scratch the surface. So that has been the biggest challenge for us.
Approximately how many charges have you filed, or how many people have you filed charges against?
1,200 indictments and 600 charges. And just kind of let me give you an example of the scope of what we've been dealing with. Before COVID, before the pandemic took place, we had maybe 100 cases or complaints a year on UI fraud. Since then, we've been getting 100 to 300 a week.
Wow, that's a considerable amount.